Boston Celtics rumor reveals 3 likely off-season targets, including Giannis. Pay close attention, because this summer could redefine the direction of the Boston Celtics. There are real conversations happening around the league, and Boston is being positioned at the center of potential movement involving Quentin Grimes, Tobias Harris, and even Giannis Antetokounmpo. Before we go deeper, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and smash the hype button, because what we are about to break down could directly impact the Celtics' championship window. Around the NBA, several contenders are preparing aggressive off-season plans. The Los Angeles Lakers are reportedly monitoring multiple names, including Giannis, and league executives believe any trade sweepstakes would involve at least half a dozen serious teams. That is exactly why this situation matters for Boston. If Giannis becomes available, the Celtics cannot afford to watch from the sideline. They have assets, they have flexibility, and more important, they have a roster built to maximize a superstar addition. Now let us talk about the realistic layers of this strategy. Quentin Grimes fits the Celtics' identity. He is young, defends at a high level, shoots with confidence, and would not command a max contract. Tobias Harris is more complicated. His previous 5-year, $180 million contract in Philadelphia raised eyebrows across the league. He averaged 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists while earning $36 million per season. That number matters. Boston cannot repeat someone else's financial mistake, but in the right structure, at the right value. Harris becomes a versatile scoring forward who fits a playoff rotation. And then there is Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 2021 NBA Finals most valuable player, a generation forward. According to league insiders, he is viewed as the big prize if Milwaukee ever considers a move. Multiple executives believe that if he asks out, the bidding war will be immediate and relentless. This is where urgency enters the conversation for the Boston Celtics. If Brad Stevens sees even a narrow window, he has to evaluate every asset on the table. Because here is the reality. Boston is already close, very close. The close does not guarantee banner. Adding a two-way guard like Grimes strengthens depth. Repositioning a contract like Harris at the right number adds flexibility. Landing Giannis changes the entire balance of power in the Eastern Conference. So the question becomes unavoidable. If Giannis truly becomes available this summer, will the Boston Celtics be bold enough to push all their chips to the center of the table and secure the move that defines the next decade? The Boston Celtics are quietly monitoring a situation that could explode this offseason, and the name at the center of it, Peyton Watson. This is not random speculation. This is about opportunity, timing, and financial pressure in Denver. Stay with me, because if you care about the Celtics' long-term championship outlook, this matters. Watson is entering restricted free agency after completing the final year of his rookie contract worth $4.3 million, signed after he was selected 30th overall in the 2022 NBA Draft. In 2026, he elevated his production in a way that forced the league to pay attention. He averaged 21.4 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 2.9 blocks per game during a key stretch, adding over 1 steal per night. That is elite two-way impact for a wing still on the rise. And wings with size, defense, and scoring versatility are exactly what the Boston Celtics prioritize. Now here is where urgency kicks in. The Denver Nuggets already have approximately $215 million committed to returning players next season. Nikola Jokic is due nearly $60 million. Jamal Murray has surpassed $50 million annually. Aaron Gordon is above $30 million. Christian Braun and Cam Johnson each earn more than $20 million. The financial squeeze is real. Keeping Watson on a significant new deal while avoiding heavy luxury tax penalties becomes extremely complicated. For the Boston Celtics, this is leverage. Restricted free agency does not mean untouchable. It means pressure. If Brad Stevens structures an aggressive offer sheet, Denver must decide whether to match and push deeper into tax territory or let a valuable young wing walk. And from my perspective, Boston cannot ignore this window. Watson fits the Celtics' defensive identity, runs the floor, protects the rim from the wing position, and continues to grow offense. He is not a finished product, which makes him even more intriguing inside a winning culture like Boston. The middle ground here is strategy. The Celtics do not need a headline splash to improve. They need controllable, ascending talent. Watson checks those boxes. Denver can attempt to trade contracts like Cam Johnson, $23 million, or explore other cost-cutting moves, but that requires cooperation from the market. Boston only needs one thing: a well-timed offer that forces a decision. And here is the real tension. If the Boston Celtics believe Peyton Watson can become a cornerstone rotation next to their core, do they hesitate, or do they strike the moment free agency opens and test Denver's financial limits with an offer too heavy to comfortably match? The Boston Celtics may have just found a free agency opportunity that is flying under the radar, and the name gaining traction is Rui Hachimura. This is not noise, this is roster logic. And if Boston is serious about sustaining a championship window, this is the type of calculated move that deserves attention. Around the league, teams are reshuffling. San Antonio recently waived Jeremy Sochan, a former lottery pick, signaling a shift in direction. In Los Angeles, the Lakers are clearly prioritizing a new structure built around Luka Doncic. Rui Hachimura, 28 years old and entering unrestricted free agency this summer, suddenly finds himself in a gray area. He still logged 27 minutes in a recent game, but finished with 6 points on 3 of 12 shooting. Earlier this season, he was moved to a reserve role as the Lakers emphasized point of attack, defense. That matters. Here is why this connects directly to the Boston Celtics. Hachimura is not a primary option. He is a scalable forward who spaces the floor and plays off-star. Boston does not need high-usage scoring. The Celtics need length, shooting, and lineup flexibility around their core. Hachimura has proven he can operate next to elite talent without disrupting offensive flow. That is a subtle but critical detail. Financially, this could be strategic. Hachimura is coming off a deal valued at over $17 million annually. If the market cools because Los Angeles pivots elsewhere, Boston could explore a shorter-term structure that protects flexibility while adding depth at the wing and power forward spots. This is about value, not headline. Championship teams are often built on these secondary additions that elevate playoff rotation. Now the urgency. The Celtics cannot assume this market will remain quiet. Multiple teams need size and shooting. If Boston identifies Hachimura as a fit, timing becomes everything. Waiting could mean losing leverage. Acting early could secure a rotation before bidding escalate. So here is the real question. If Rui Hachimura becomes fully available and the numbers align, will the Boston Celtics move decisively to strengthen their playoff core before a rival contender steps in? If you believe this is the type of move that wins title, hit the like button right now, subscribe to the channel and press the hype, because this offseason could shift faster than anyone expects.